A very good evening to all of you. Thank you so much, Mr. Ali and Ms. Shanta, for that absolutely very good insight in terms of where women can play a substantial role in the complete transformation of the society. What I have done today is I have made a very small, quick presentation, which I would like to share with you all. First and foremost, while we are in this mode of celebrating the International Women's Day, let me first take this opportunity to wish you all an absolutely fantastic um, Women's Day. And when I say a woman or women, a man or men is all inclusive. So that is how we are looking at it, that a component which encompasses everybody else together. We are going to celebrate that day, recognizing the efforts that a person, a single woman, can make a change in this society for. So let's look at how a woman plays a role as a transformer. And here, when I mean a transformer, a person who can literally transform the face of education, the face of a nation. And as most of you know, I think it is this one significant person in a family, be it a young girl, as she grows up into a woman and takes care of families, she not just transforms herself, she transforms the family, the environment, and the complete environment in which the home is there. So it's like a ripple effect. One woman who starts creating this kind of a transformation, the ripple transcends along the entire nation. So it is true, to educate a woman is to educate an entire generation. So we have one generation of women the first time when they got educated, and we've seen the number of things that they have achieved. I will not go very far for examples. If you look at one of the uh, this also happens to be somebody from Tamil Nadu. When you look at the lady who had walked out of her confines of a village because the father was extremely progressive in his thought process, he decided that Rukmini Arundale should be educated and that she should know what the world is and be part of this journey of growing up in the world. So her father decided that she should be coming to a bigger city, and later perhaps even, and also decided that she should step out of the country for her education. So Rukmini Arundale came back as an educated, well-traveled person and brought in so many changes in terms of, the way the society had to look at perhaps the traditional dance form of India, that is the Bharatanatyam, also in terms of how the animals need to be protected in the society, and set up the animal care center here, the first of its kind in Tamil Nadu, in Chennai. What I'm trying to tell you here is the impact that a single person can create is tremendous. And when you educate, it is equivalent to being empowered. Let us not forget that there are still many families where women do get educated, but that's the end of it. Education is done, then they are in the confines of the a home, and then they're not allowed to work. I think every woman has to be empowered in such a way that her education should become her strength and she should be able to impact several other lives. And that happens only when you are allowed to go outside and work. And fortunately for all of us and many of us on this platform, I think that has been a blessing. And we are here today to see how we are able to make this transformation, especially in the field of education. Because once these thought processes, the ethics, the values are set in our mind, then we are not just changing our own life, we are not just changing the life of the people around us in the immediate society, but we are in turn building the nation, because we are in turn creating that many more mature people who are productive young adults to the nation. That is the requirement. If you look at the population of our country and the number of people who are actually in the age group where they can be employed, but unfortunately not all are skilled enough, is something that gives you a direction to this thought. We as women can definitely induce those thought processes, be able to bring in those skill sets into the school children, because that is the area of our influence at this moment, and ensure that we are bringing out skilled young adults employable, and thus make the nation extremely, extremely progressive. So if women are educated, the nation is bound to grow. And there are several people who have actually quoted that, you can actually measure the progress of a country with how the woman is treated and how the woman in turn has an impact on the society. Any woman who understands the problems of running a home will be nearer to understanding the problems of running a country. And this is so true of each home. The way a home functions, the kind of things that you need to keep the home healthy is exactly the role that a woman plays in the house, and the same role that she is capable of doing if she is educated enough to ensure that the rest of the country, the country's needs, the country's health, the country's economic progress is all taken together and is delivered from that single person of or the single point of generation of this thought and transformation process. I think this picture is self-explanatory. You can see women in two extremely, when I say women, I'm talking about the female species out here, of course, but then I'm talking about the role that they play in the transformation of the society. One, precisely talking about the leadership qualities that they bring, the inborn leadership qualities, and the ability or the naturally born instinct of a teacher, both of which are profoundly found in us. Today, when we realized that the current education system is not working, we have been able to take the lead and also push others into understanding why this transformation is needed. And I think that is something that we have spoken at length in some of our previous sessions, but not connecting to what we have done so far, but in general. I think women generally come with this ability to lead and to be able to teach all the right kind of skill sets. So when you look at women, these are some things that you can think of, then bringing in all qualities of leadership, all qualities that teachers have naturally with them, which is to build in focus on skill sets. And when you say skill sets today, we are talking about the current set of skill sets that are needed for an individual to survive. So if they have to survive, have a job, it actually becomes what we are going to be imparting would be life skills. So that is the kind of an impact that we are trying to create by ensuring that each one of you is also able to go back home, understand, and tell the immediate environment, tell your children, tell your family, tell your extended family, tell your immediate environment about the need for bringing in this kind of a change in our education system and how we can perhaps bring in the required skill sets to make our nation progress. And quite simply, I think if we can know each other, if we can appreciate each other, if we can share our strengths, if we can learn new skill sets and practice till the change is brought in, we are bound to grow and transform the society. So I am quite certain that the impact that each one of you is going to create is going to be tremendous. And I hope that Tech Avant and all of us here are able to contribute a small minuscule of, let us say, appreciation, let us say support, let us say technical skills, let us say our set of pedagogy and all the transformation pieces which we are able to contribute. If you can utilize that and if you can grow and if you can transform, I'm 100% certain this entire world will transform with you. Thank you so much.
Absolutely, Mr. Arun. I think the world will transform if we just lend a little bit of our spirit and hand to it.